Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday to you. Well, I guess it's Tuesday now, but hopefully you survived Monday. Hope you all had a good weekend. Mine was good and chill. It was nice and filled with football, so that's always a good thing. But the first thing that comes to mind tonight is I want to talk to you guys a little bit about music. I'm sure you guys have heard the jam out there. Lady Gaga featuring R. Kelly. Do what you want. Oh, speaking of doing what you want with someone's body, Coco and Power becoming embroiled in a little battle over here. But, and Biscuit saying hello. I myself am working a little cranberry and vodka. It's keeping the night going right now. It's a little bit cooler out there. Like I said, finally feels like fall here in Southern California, so nice to keep warm with some drink. But anyways, I love that new Lady Gaga R. Kelly jam. Do what you want with my body. I hope you guys like that little karaoke rendition. But it's great because, it's a great beat. Gotta give credit to Lady Gaga where credit's due. As weird and eccentric as she is, she's come up with some damn good beats over time, and all of her songs been hits. And what a more off-the-wall, off-the-cuff pairing than with the current king of R&B, Kells himself, R. Kelly. R. Kelly, to me, I remember there was, I was watching Conan one night and Samuel L. Jackson was on, and Conan told Samuel, he's like, the way you use the F word is the way Shakespeare uses the English language or Picasso uses a paintbrush. And I feel with R. Kelly, he's one of those guys like Samuel L. There is no one else who can just sing and croon the F word or parts of the female anatomy and just make it sound so beautiful, so passionate, so lyrical. Because really, Kelly's verse in the Lady Gaga song is very simple. And the part where he just wails at the top of his lungs where he goes, we roughing them up like we don't give a fuck. Obviously, the F word has emphasis on it right there, but like I said, like Sam Jackson, R. Kelly can take the F word and just make it sound beautiful in song. But anyways, that's kind of a song I dig on right now. In terms of music, I'm definitely more in a little bit of a rap phase right now. Rock seems to have kind of gotten to that kind of more of an alternative rock right now, which is not to say that it's all bad. There's some good songs. Check out that dope new jam from The Killers, Shot the Night. Really, really like that. They, of course, have always had kind of a little bit of a throwback sound, and that song just turns on the guitar reverb, makes you feel like the 80s, and, kind of, makes you want to groove a little bit. So, kudos to The Killers for doing their thing, keeping up their signature sound, and keeping along with that. Wow, let's see, rock music / alternative music-wise, because, like I said, not really a lot of guitar rock to speak of right now, except for maybe Pearl Jam, who's going to be in concert at the Sports Arena coming up this week in a couple days. I don't know, maybe if I could swing my schedule or something, I would like to see them, but obviously that would be just be an epic classic rock act in Pearl Jam right there. They're one of the greatest rock bands of all time. To me, just a band that stands out above all as one of those pillars of the 90s with Nirvana and Smashing Pumpkins, maybe throw in The Cure and Depeche Mode and U2 a little bit in there. I think, Pearl Jam, their sound more than anything else kind of embodies and personifies kind of what a classic rock like 70s sound was, as opposed to Nirvana, which was just that really unique grunge sound that just kind of took on what was growing and building in the air and just boom, smashed it in your face. Of course, in 1991 with Nevermind, I was only 7 years old when that album came out, but of course, I've heard the album later and became a fan, and the songs have been played, for the past 20 plus years on the radio. Speaking, never mind, I still have these two freaks going at it right here. Check out Coco and Biscuit. Coco and Pal. I'm sorry. Pal sometimes is tougher than Pau Gasol, his namesake. But, it's all in good fun with him. But anyways, yeah, Pearl Jam in comparison to some of those early 90s rock bands. Like I said, Nirvana just had the, that really just kind of timely and critical sound in the 90s. And that just hit on everything. And of course, on In Utero, they distorted that, made it noisier, louder, a little darker. Some people didn't like that. And unfortunately, Kurt Cobain's life ended shortly after that. And say like Smashing Pumpkins, they're a little bit different because, the analogy I've always seen in Billy Corgan is that, think back to in high school, he was the uncool kid who wanted to be part of the cool kids. Maybe that's a little bit like me. That's why I like Billy Corgan. I can kind of identify with him. And just, he wrote those kind of same, like, kind of darker, heavier, brooding songs, everything with just, a very heavy tone and, big guitar riffs and big bass and big drums and everything very just grandiose. And that's what I like about Smashing Pumpkins music. It's very, very grandiose like that. And, if I were to make music, it would have big guitars and big drums and big bass and big smashing cymbals and all that shit, Pretty much like how Billy Corgan makes music. But as they say, once, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness came out, the Pumpkins' classic 2-disc album in late 95, mostly 96, Billy became part of that cool kid circle that he had always been striving to be a part of when he was, a outsider / loner in high school. Hey. Sorry, have to inspect on the dogs when little Pal squeals like that. He's a runt, so sometimes he gets beat up a little bit. But anyways, I'll wrap it up. This coming up week, The Hunger Games is coming out on in the theaters. Catching Fire, the sequel. Jennifer Lawrence, I'm a big fan. Really enjoy her work. Josh Hutcherson. If I was playing in the Nike 3-on-3 tournament in the NBA Celebrity Game, I would like to think I'd take him to school. But as far as the movie goes, I'm very curious to see what it is. I like the first movie because that is scary to me, that it's, a picture of what could be a not so distant future, 25, 30, 35 years in the future. There could be something like the Hunger Games and tributes being given up from the districts, what have you. I don't think the world would fall into that much poverty by then, but something similar could happen. And, I agree with what the Hunger Games says, how we, the kids and the young people and the youth, are generally subject to what the adults want and doing their thing and just kind of running this stupid little rat race that the adults deem worthy and necessary for us. But regardless, I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. I kind of want to do a parody of it for the MLB Fan Cave video of mine because it would give me an opportunity to not only be, parody something relevant and very big pop culture wise, maybe throw in a few baseball things, but I could show off, some acting chops, some action chops as well, which I think would be pretty cool because it's like, come on, I can run around and slide around and jump around and do all that shit. Fuck all y'all that can't. But anyways, just want to wrap it up with that. In terms of some NBA action that happened tonight and NFL action, well, obviously yesterday was a big day in NFL. Broncos beat the Chiefs. Today, Panthers beat the Patriots. There was a very, very strange call in the game where Luke Kuechly, the Panthers all-pro defensive end, he was holding Rob Gronkowski in the end zone. You would think it would be a blatant pass interference call, but the official in the end zone who threw the flag for pass interference was overruled by one of the other officials who they say, the pass was intercepted, so therefore it was overthrown. There was no chance that Gronkowski would have caught it, therefore no pass interference. Seems a little bit strange to me. Not trying to rep for the Patriots or anything. Obviously, I respect the team and the organization for all the stuff they've done over the years, and same with Brady. Just the dude is the man. Clearly, there's no arguing that. Hey, stop it. There's no arguing that. But it was good to see the Panthers win, but very, very strange call. Obviously, we leave it up to you, the viewers. You know, there's calls that go on every game that are like that could go either way. Same in the Saints and 49ers game on Sunday. There was the play where Drew Brees got tackled by Ahmad Brooks of the 49ers. And it looks like, he led with his chest. He wrapped Brees up, did everything he should have done right. But Brees is kind of a short quarterback. He's about 5'11", 6 feet. That's short for a quarterback in the NFL. And had it been most any other quarterback, it probably would have been a clean tackle. But since it was Brees, he ended up wrapping him up around the neck. Whiplash ensued. A flag ensued. And I think it was the right call. It's tough for Brooks and for the Niners and for those guys. But, hey, Brees is short. You got to find a different way to tackle him, Anyways, I will send it off from there. Hopefully we'll get some more stuff going on later in the week. I bid you all adieu. May the odds be ever in your favor, as the Hunger Games would say. And as Woody would say, don't ever forget who the enemy is. Anyways, goodbye, y'all.